Hey, good morning everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss Pre-Market Report for Friday, December 8th, 2017. I'm Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Happy Friday, everyone. Here's a look at the daily chart of the ES. Right here, you can see that price continues to hold within the upward trending framework of this market. We talked about before that the market has had a tendency to double dip here lately. Anytime it pulls back hard first, it comes back and takes out the low before it can go. And so we have this low sitting here. And we mentioned before that if price can't hold this midpoint, it's what we were talking about a lot. We're focusing on that 28 level in the trading room yesterday. Any failure to hold that level overall would suggest coming down and taking out that low. But what we talked about before was any push into 2600 and 2605, that zone, could offer another opportunity for bulls to defend and return to highs. We'll see if we get a pullback of that magnitude. Right now, testing prices above the previous month's close price, that white dotted line. That's going to be an important line to watch early in the session. All right, here's a look at the NQ. The NQ here, great trending framework, again, very similar to the ES. We've just come to the lower edge of the range and held. Could not make it below the 62.38 FOMC key level. Look how many times that level was defended almost perfectly. And so there's still a lot of sell stops below, but so far bulls getting paid on this rotation. And again, given the trending structure that we see right here, we could see another push to new highs towards 6,500. So this is very clear, showing some support off of 62.38. Now the one key level to watch is 63.90. That's the level where we sold off from before. That level right here was kind of the floor from this distribution above. So any failure to get above 63.90 could be significant and could signal a retest back towards support. All right, taking a look here at crude oil. Well, we talked about before, this is the uptrending behavior that we've seen in crude. Recently, we've seen these extreme reversal patterns, the pattern that I mentioned in my book, Secrets of a Pivot Boss. This right here, big time pattern to watch in certain trending structures, gives you great high odds, high probability reversals. And we saw it again happen again yesterday. Nice deep pullback that we saw here. A digestion day for the most part with an upward bias, and then we see a push back above the mid, back to the previous close. And now we could see a continuation to new highs yet again. So we've been watching the zone. We talked about 55s being very important. Any hold here could still lead to more strength. That's the level there that if it fails at 55, it rotates back to 49. All right. Let's take a look here at GC. So looking at GC right here, what you'll notice is we've gotten a steady continuation to the downside. Right here we had that very quiet day, that narrow range day. I mentioned that above 1280 squeezes back to 1300, and failure to hold 73s opens up a move back to recent lows. In this case, we got the downside break. Big time continuation to the downside. What I've mentioned to the group in the room is that we're going to continue in a downward price discovery phase until we find rejection. When we find rejection, it's going to be a fade back to value, 1280 half. So that's what we're looking for, is further downside trending behavior out of gold. This thing could get as low as 1200 to 1217s. So we mentioned in the room 1200 to 1220 to be clear about it. And we could see a little bit more downside till we get to that zone, and then we could see a fade opportunity that brings us back to 1280. So this could be only halfway done ahead of its downtrending behavior toward these final targets. So look to defend prior support, watch for failed new highs, those types of things that could help you get into additional selling opportunities in gold. If you go to pivotboss.com/merchandise, you get free shipping off all orders over the next 2 days using coupon code ELF17. ELF17. All right, that's it for now. We'll see how this plays out the rest of the session. Good luck and trade well.